Let's get a quick take on Representative Mike Coffman and Attorney General Cynthia Coffman filing for divorce this week. The Colorado power couple married in 2005 and are calling the decision mutual and private. Natasha Gardner from 5280, articles at 5280. It is private and mutual, but this is a couple that both will face significant re-election campaigns in 2018. All is fair in love and war and politics. So will this be the last we hear of the divorce, or will it rear its ugly head because of the fights they have soon to come?
Well, I think it won't be the last that we hear of the divorce, but the timing is interesting because it gives enough breathing room between now and any campaigns that they might be looking at that it really should be a non-issue. I mean, I think in 2017 it is a non-issue. We have plenty of examples of politicians who have been divorced. It's not the same bomb that it would have been, 10 or 15 or more years than that. And I think the key thing is that they are Colorado's power couple, but I think they may be just as powerful separate as well.
That's a good point. David Kopel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. Within the Republican Party, there are two of the big names you hear when other offices come up. Who's going to run for governor? Who's going to run for Senate? Mike Coffman and Cynthia Coffman are often in those conversations. Does this divorce affect anything within the Republican power structure?
Not unless they run in the gubernatorial primary against each other, which I don't think they will. They're both very sensible and self-controlled people, so I don't think there's going to be repercussions. Back in 1964, when Nelson Rockefeller was running for the Republican presidential nomination, having recently dumped his original wife to take up with a younger woman, that definitely hurt him in the primaries. But in contrast, these days, I don't think amicable divorces have any political impact.
Penfield Tate, attorney with QTAC Rock, also a longtime state lawmaker. Now, we talk about elections, and I think if the people involved have make the choice, they would keep it private. They just get to the issues. But we know that other groups get involved, other groups that are nameless, that sit behind closed doors, and can fire up anything they want. Does this become a bigger deal next year?
Aloha. And I think not, unless both Cynthia and Mike are involved in Republican primaries. I think the issue is liable to surface more likely in a Republican primary contest than in a general election against a Democratic opponent. I just don't see it helping any Democratic opponent in a general election against either of them. And David's right. They're both kind of controlled, restrained people. There are no kids involved. Unfortunately, their dog passed away 5 years ago. So it's the two of them deciding it's time to part ways, and they'll figure out how to divide their stuff, and that's their business.
Noelle Phillips rounds out the panel, crime reporter with the Denver Post. So with divorce sadly being pretty common and affecting folks on all sides of the political aisle, does this become a non-story pretty quickly?
I think so, unless somehow this bleeds over into their work as public servants and interferes with them actually doing the jobs that we've elected them to do. Otherwise, I don't think it'll have much of an impact.